Yep, this is it right here. This is that right there. This is it right here. Hold on. This is that right here. Hold on. This is right here. Hold on. This is script right there. Hold on. This is right there. Hold on. You don't know it's there. Hold on. You don't know it's clear. Hold on. You don't know it's ain't got no fear. Hold on. You gonna hear it clear. Hold on. You gonna hear it. You gonna hear it skirt. You gonna hear it clear. Hold on. You gonna hit your head. Hold on. This gonna hit your ear. Hold on. This gonna hit your head. Hold on. This gonna yeah. Hold on. This gonna hit your mind. Hold on. This gonna hit your brain. Hold on. Hold on. Ain't no, hold on. We gonna really pop out. You gonna see the pop out. You don't see the pop out. You don't see them pop out. You don't see them, You don't. I'm in the house, but you know I'm popping out like I don't need to play. You see it's on the mind. I be on my grind. I can't waste no time. I be on the, you ain't gotta stack that line. It's a different line. It's a different bar. It's a different bar. It's a different bar. Hold on. This 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 a different crib. 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 Hold on. This a different yeah. Hold on. This a different yeah. Hold on. This a different flame. Hold on. This a different lane. Hold on. This a different lane. Hold on. This a same lane. Hold on. This a skirt. Hold on. You know it's me. Hold on. You know you see. Hold on. What you don't see. Hold on. What you gonna see. Hold on. You don't know see. Hold on. You don't gonna see. Hold on. Skirt. 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 Had to take the time. Had to fill the line. Hold up for the line up. Had to fill the line up. Had to get my line up. Had to get my right line. Hold on. Get my left. Hold on. Had to get my hold on. Had to get my sight on. Had to get my hold on. Had to get my mind right. Had to get my sight right. Had to get that grind right. Had to get the team right. Had to get the Had to get the dream right. Had to get the Had to get the beam right. Had to get the Had to get the scene right. Had to get the Had to get the line right. Had to mm. Skirt, skirt, yeah, gang. Hold on. Don't know the flame. Don't know the Don't know the lane. Switching different lane. Switching different flames. Switching different lanes. This a different lane. This a different flame. This a different gang. 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 This a different A. They don't know the gang. They're gonna They're gonna see the gang. They're gonna see the team. They're gonna see the dream. They're gonna see the yeah. They're gonna see the real. They're gonna see the feel. They're gonna see the